How's it going, everyone? My name is Wesley. I'm the host of the Clarity Traders podcast. And in this video, we're super excited because we have had our first person get funded, which means he passed the 2 challenge stages and is receiving a fully funded Clarity Traders account. And his name's William. I'm excited to hear what he has to share with us. Let's hop right into it. Thank you for joining us, William. My name is Wesley. Nice to have you on the podcast to tell us a little bit about how you are the first funded trader through Clarity Traders, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, man, it sounds crazy hearing it. I'm humbly surprised about it. I can tell you that.
No, that's so sick, man. Like where for the viewers that are watching, where are you from? Tell us a little bit about maybe your story, how you got into trading. Yeah.
As far as my story, man, raised in Arkansas. Right now, I live in South Louisiana. Here I'm a crane operator, so that's what I do for work. As far as my trading journey, I'd have to owe it to my wife. She was the one that got me introduced to it. She kind of started it with one of the trading companies. I forgot the name of it, the same one everybody else starts with. And when she told me about it, I did some research on it. And I actually found the Forex side of it. And when I learned what it was, I was kind of hooked. And I just been dabbling with it. It's been probably a solid about 5 years now
Dang.
that I've just been in and out of it, not just fully able to take advantage of it. But as the years goes on, I just learned more and more and more and more about it. And it got to the point to where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out, see what I got, and I got lucky.
No, I mean it seems. I mean, after 5 years, you would hope to see some progression. So I would assume that you are trading better now than when you first started 5 years ago.
Yeah, definitely better than what I was 5 years ago. I'm not gonna say that I've done it full time or anything like that, but a lot of things I've learned over the years, and there's still a lot for me to learn about my mental and about just different setups, stuff like that. So it's just a slow learning process for me because I can't dedicate all the time I really want to it. But
Yeah.
just with the tools that you guys give, that helped me out a whole lot. And then just trying to stay disciplined for the most part. And yeah, that pretty much what got me there as far as this challenge. So I was surprised when I passed it. Definitely was surprised to find out I was the first one.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I mean, thousands of people have gone through the funded so far, and you were the very first. And at the time of recording this, I think there's maybe one other dude that has passed in the first month, and so that's definitely a very tough thing to do, and you just completely did it on your first try, and so that's pretty sick. What are your go-to pairs? Like, what do you kind of like to trade?
My go-to pairs was Nas and Gold.
Nasdaq and
Nas
gold.
100 and Gold. Yeah, because truthfully, I always like Nas because I like the way it moves. And like I said, I'm a crane operator, so I can't really just stay in the charts like I
Yeah,
want to. So I have to find something that's kind of I can get in and get out pretty quick. And then
yeah,
Gold was one of those that I hear about it, but truthfully, with getting the signals, I went ahead and subscribed to the signals for Mamba for Nas and for Gold, and that helped me out a whole lot too. That I could
yeah.
study it a little bit and I could see the trades that he was taking, and we were kind of along the same lines. But of course, his entry was better than mine. But he definitely helped me get to that point to where I could actually pass the challenge. As far as when to enter and just taking it from there.
Nice. Yeah, no, Mamba signals are. I mean, I genuinely think like they're the best signal room in the world. Like, I mean, today I think caught like 540 pips, and so yeah, those. I mean, having those extra pips going towards the funded and just going through trading it itself is definitely super helpful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
What does what does like a average trading day look like for a crane operator?
Man, uh, essentially, it is any chance that I get that I'm not doing anything, I'm looking at the charts, trying to see, is there any entries coming up, especially when it gets closer to the opening of New York session.
Yeah,
That's when I really try to start paying attention. But sometimes, they had me busy. I'm doing something, and there were a couple of times where I messed up some entries because I'm trying to do two things at once. and I had to
Yeah.
kind of make up for it on the backside. But it is sometimes I'm not doing anything. I can focus, and other times I'm kind of busy. So it ain't easy.
No,
It's
yeah, it
not easy.
doesn't. It doesn't seem super easy to do. I know, but I do know probably a lot of people watching this and a lot of people that are trying to make it in forex trading are doing something super similar. They're trading from their job. They're,
Hmm.
trading while breastfeeding their babies and stuff like that. Like, I mean, like people, they're doing their best to just make it any way they can. So it's kind
Yeah,
of it's really cool to know that like our first funded trader isn't just someone that's just like a hedge fund guy or someone that's been dedicated their whole entire life. All they do is just stay on the charts, just like they're a professional trader or something. But like our very first funded trader is just a normal person, like
yeah,
in terms of trading, just an average working person. And so
yeah.
it's
And
really cool, and I feel like that's really inspiring to a lot of people to know that like you don't have to be staring at the charts all day to still learn, to still understand, to still retain information that can help you. It's just, I feel like it's just about like what you do with the time you have. You know what I mean? Like those
that's
20, that 10-20 minutes you might have to look on the charts, it might not be a lot, but if you're using it intentionally, like it adds up throughout the weeks, months.
it really does. And that's one thing I learned kind of after the fact that how I did it, I put a lot of pressure on myself to try to finish it as soon as possible. But
Yeah.
man, honestly, when I look back at it, I was like, you know what? I rushed this and I put a lot of pressure on myself for no reason because I did the 25K challenge. And realistically, you got 10 days to pass your challenge. You could do it in 8 trading days. That's only like 200 and something dollars a day on average. You maybe have to extend past that. Most of us can get off a 25K account $200. But if you're worried about trying to get the big trade, the 500 to 600 to 2000 and all that stuff, you don't need that, especially not to pass the challenge.
Yeah.
Now, once you actually get past that, then you can look for that. But if you put too much pressure, and I did that to myself in the beginning, I put too much pressure on myself and I kind of messed up, but I was able to recover from it. And not everybody can do that. So,
Yeah. No, that's really sick. What's kind of, if you had to, summarize your trading style strategy a little bit? I know you said you like to trade the volatile pairs because you don't might not have as much time, but what does it look like? Why is William entering a trade? Why, like what are you looking for when you are looking for those NAS buys, those NAS sells, gold buys, gold sells?
the biggest thing that I look at is I try to find the trend. I try to scalp the 5 minute because
Hmm.
that one it does move the fastest, in my opinion. Tried the 1 minute for a little bit, but you can kind of do that. But the 5 minute, it's kind of in between those two. But towards the beginning of the New York session, I try to hit the breakout. Okay, see what direction the market's going to go. If it's acting funny, then I try to look. Okay, is it ranging from a high to a low? And if it's doing that, then if I can get to that high, okay, if it's not going to break, I know it's coming back down. So I might step into a trade and just try to get like a quick, I'm talking about in and out in probably less than a minute, just to get those couple $100. Then I can close it out and
Yeah.
then hopefully walk away for the day and then
Yeah.
not try to get back in it to make more money because that messed me up a couple times. Oh man, I got to make up for it again, and I had to put a higher lot size or anything like that. So if I can't just get in a solid trade, then sometimes I would look to that. But I do know that that's not a real viable strategy.
Yeah.
But admittedly, I did luck out on some of it to where I was able to catch the right amount of pips to where I didn't have like an outrageous amount, but I had
Yeah.
enough to keep myself in profit each day. So that was a big thing. Just keep yourself in profit each day.
Yeah.
Don't worry if it's $50, if it's $100 or anything like that. It all goes towards that end game. Because if you put yourself in a negative, sometimes it's hard to come out of that.
Yeah, that's super neat. And it's just like what or more so it's really cool because like every no matter your situation, you can kind of always find a strategy that works for you. So like your strategy, it's a little bit different and it might involve, a little bit more luck, like you said. But again, like when you can only look at your phone for a short amount of time, like you gotta find something that works. And then the NAS 5 minute early in the morning is definitely a kind of like a little cheat code to bypassing some of the strategy aspect and just kind of you can get back to you can get more simple with it and just really hope that it moves the way that you want it to the way because Nas that thing is scary sometimes and
It
especially on that
is.
5 minute. So I know what you mean
Yeah,
when you just it's sometimes hard to close and it's sometimes real easy to close.
yeah, it is. I know there was a few times where I was trading signals at the signal room, and I'm in it, but I'm so worried about hitting a stop loss, or I'm trying to get those at 1500 and anything like that. That I
Yeah,
mess around and I don't take the profits whenever they're there, and then it goes back in the drawdown because you're not always gonna get 1500 in a day.
yeah,
You might get that 250, but the 250 is enough,
more than
especially if
enough,
you got the
man.
proper leverage. Yeah, so it's about me, taking. That's what I'm gonna have to do when I move forward. Taking those partial profits just to
Yeah,
say that okay, I got it. Then I can set it to break even or whatever, and then it is what it is. As long as I can
yeah.
walk away in the positive, I did it right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Once a trade is a certain bit in profit, like it's almost like a sin to walk away. You know, not. I mean, you should like at the worst walk away empty-handed, but walking away losing after being up. Let's say you're trading gold, being up 20, 40, 60 pips in a trade. Like I said, like the markets, like they don't know you that. Like they can just as easily take that. So sometimes we just gotta chill the stop loss a little bit in profit. And it's just like worst to worst, you walk away break even, worse. And then as it keeps going, the worst thing that happens is you walk away with a trade that's in profit.
No,
And
you're
so,
absolutely right, man. Because I did that a few times. Gold, yeah, only about 20, 40 pips, and they got up to
yeah,
60. Didn't take the profit, completely reversed on me. Then I had to
yeah,
close it out. It was negative, not a lot, but still, it hurts. It hurts to know that hey, I had $300, but now I'm walking away with that.
dude, yeah, that's like the worst because then you start questioning yourself. You start feeling stupid. You're like, dude, I knew I should have. And it's just like this whole cycle that just,
That
it's,
down to something else. That's
yeah,
why I said, man, I will not take it for granted passing that challenge because it is it is way easier to fail it than it is to pass it. And man, I just like I said, I was surprised when y'all told me that, and I'm still humbled by it. And I do not take that for granted at all.
yeah, this was a really fun conversation. I appreciate you hopping on. If you had to just kind of end it off with some advice, maybe for some people, two things. One, some advice for people that are working like yourself that are trying to make it in trading, and then two, just maybe some trading advice for those that are funding. Like, what would you say to those two people?
Best thing that I can say is, give yourself a plan. Definitely stick to it. Don't be afraid to take profits because the money will come eventually. That to pass that challenge, even if you did $50 a day, $100 a day, you'll pass. Because there are days to be bigger than that. And like I said, stick to a strategy, man. Don't be afraid to take your profits and just stay encouraged about it, because once you start panicking, then that's when things can go real bad for you.
Nice, I love that. Well, thank you for taking this 15 minutes to talk with me. I hope you have a great
Absolutely no
rest of your
problem,
night,
man.
William, and good luck on the challenge.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir.